first week of Minnesota fighting Vikings Phase 3 OTAs is in the books. The boys are back in town. TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill. Here are 5 things that we learned from the first week. Number 1, voluntary is voluntary. Now, the main storyline is Danielle Hunter skipping out this week, and it's obvious that he's laying the groundwork for something to do with his contract because there's too much smoke from the rap sheet report and the liking of the trade tweets and the Chad Graff piece for there not to be just a little bit of fire. It's sort of like the fans who disregarded every single sign with the Stephon Diggs mess last offseason. All is well. All is well. But other prominent players missed OTAs too. Kendricks missed on Monday. Cameron Tiny Dancer missed on Wednesday. I think he took his kids to Disney World or something, which is awesome. Skullquit missed as well. So voluntary is voluntary. Remember, Adrian rarely showed up for OTAs when he didn't have to. And it's not an issue unless it's very clearly part of a message to the team, which Danielle's clearly is. Thing number 2 that we learned from the first week of OTAs, Irv Smith will break out in 2021, man. Yes, it's OTAs. Yes, it's shorts and those weird helmets, and there's no contact, there's no press coverage, but I don't care. Like, Irv looked good, man, and he looked like he had a good size, best shape of his life, roll damn tide, and he looked fast as hell out there. It's a golden opportunity. Like, Irv Smith will be tight end 1 of the Vikings, potentially a top 5 offensive unit, and Irv could be that third weapon in the passing game. I think that he could just go from here to from good to great. Jim Collins, let's go. Next up, thing number 3 that we learned from the first week of Vikings OTAs, the secondary is fired up, man. And now too much attention was paid to the P squared and BC clip. That was whatever. We covered that. But Patrick Peterson, by all accounts, was out there making plays. Yes, VEN will cut up highlights of number 7, but the beat writers on Wednesday were raving up about Patrick Peterson as well. Also had some nice reps against JJ, which is tough to do. Extremely tough to do. Plus, Harrison Hand, Xavier Woods looking good out there. Harrison Smith, of course, is always going to look great. But Harrison Hand, we'll get more in depth on him later today, but he's my super sleeper, man. I love him. I love me some 38 special. Let him play. Let him get in the mix. Let's go. So I think that defensive backs coach Carl Scott, the new guy from Alabama, as well as Mike Zimmer, will get this unit back to being elite. Also, great pass rush will help. So that's why they need to do Hunter here, but thing number 4 that we learned from the first week of OTAs, Justin Jefferson was not a fluke. Just in case you're worried that setting the rookie receiving record was just like, flash in the pan. No, but shocker, JJ looks smooth out there. And we mentioned from his Instagram videos that it looks like he added some muscle. 500-pound deadlifts will do that. But it's also smaller, subtler things. Like, I feel like he's even more quick and explosive in and out of his breaks. And also, in drill lines, you generally go in order of depth. It is your pecking order. And Jefferson was doing drills ahead of Adam, Jerome, Ezekiel Thielen. Now, it's very minor. It's very subtle. It certainly could be nothing. But it just feeds into the fact that Justin Jefferson is that alpha. He is that wide receiver 1 now. He is going to be a leader heading into year 2. Lastly, thing number 5 that we learned from the first week of OTAs, the offensive line. And yes, Dozier and Rashad Hill ran with the ones, blah, blah, blah. But it was expected, and we knew that this was going to happen. Clint Kubiak literally said that the rookies have to earn their stripes. He's already learning coach speak from his pops, right? But Darisaw and Davis are working at left tackle and right guard, respectively, with the second team. So I think it just is a matter of time. And I don't see a world where Darisaw and Davis show up and show out, and they show that they're ready to rock and roll, and this team still goes with the veterans. I understand that this team didn't start Justin Jefferson the first 2 weeks of the year, but I think that this year is too important. I think that Darisaw and Davis are too talented, and I think Rashad Hill is a fine backup. I think Dakota Dozier is not. But I think that eventually cooler heads will prevail, and they'll finally get the best 5 out there for once, as opposed to just playing favorites and cronyism and all that nonsense. Now it's only a matter of time. But that's it. What are some things that you learned? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.